What's happening, y'all? Coach Holloway back with you again. So what I want to do today is I want to break down one of the best high school football games I've seen in a long time. It was my former team, Therrell High Panthers, against the Eagles of Best Academy. This was the last game of the season, and there were no playoff implications for both teams. Therrell High had a 5-4 record going into that, and Best hadn't won any games, but it was still a competitive matchup. What made this game so interesting was that there were a lot of great coaching decisions made that kept it competitive. It kept the momentum going back and forth. Even though Therrell was in the lead the entire game, Best Academy never went away. So applaud to both teams, especially the Best Academy, who I think is going to be a very competitive team within the next couple of years with this coach and the young core that they have. Same I say with Therrell. Had a great improved season this year, but they're going to do even more with the core that we have. Here is our setup. So what you got here is going to be basically a regular power play where you're going to have these guys crashing down, all right, and then you're going to have our two upbacks, two of our three upbacks going and pulling on like a regular power play. Right from the snap, all right, they pull around, and Rylan actually get this guy come up to him. Something happened on the line where he came through when he wasn't supposed to, but Rylan was able to get hands on and get through. So a good job by him to have self-awareness. All right, and then my second string running back, Deion Kofer, I'd had him for 2 years now. He's able to see the hole open up and go right into it. Because normally you would see a power, you might want to cut outside right this way, right, and go on upfield. But he was able to read wherever the hole was, and that's what I always teach my backs, is to run the daylight. So as you can see him right here, the play looked like it's supposed to go outside, but he sees something open up in the middle, and he goes right into it. And so there, he's just running free. Good job by him. Best finally got something to work. So what they're going to do is they're going to run a tunnel screen. So this receiver up here, number 9, I think his name is DeBoris Dennison. He's going to go 2-3 yards of field and then come back toward the quarterback. This slot receiver is going to take out the cornerback right here. And then you got this right tackle releasing out to the flats and this right guard releasing out to the flats for blocking. All right. When he released, you see everybody going that way? Again, everybody going that way because they're kind of thinking it's coming that side. And the quarterback even looks that way too. So then when they come back the other side, you don't have anybody there. Now, Rylan should have laid out for that tackle. But either way, Dennison going to the house. Like I said before, this motion out here influenced the defense mainly to move to their right, but especially right here at this safety position. So typically what you want DBs to do, or excuse me, what you want safety to do is you want them to get a 3-step read drop. I'm sorry, I take it back. No, you want your corners to do that too. 3-step read, okay, and then you flow either left or right depending on wherever the ball is going. But what happened here is Deion here, this is my second string running back, Deion. He's the one that scored the touchdown that I showed earlier. But what he does is he kind of cheats over once he sees this running back coming out here. And so what it does is it takes him right here, and it makes a harder angle to be able to come downhill this way when you have to come from over this part. So as I let it play on, as you can see, he shifts this way. All right, and as the screen's coming back, he's a little bit further out than what he want to be. So that angle that they could have took to maybe have stopped the play or to make it maybe a 10-yard, 15-yard gain, he's not able to do that. This is my senior, Damani Campbell, coming back here. This is his last game as a senior, but his first touchdown ever scored for us. So I was happy that he was able to get that. But, you know, as you can see, there's a middle linebacker here. He got a shot, and he just throw a shoulder here. And even though he's not my player, I know that we wouldn't teach that. So he need to go in there and wrap up. And then also this defensive tackle, right here, all right, he's able to get off his block, but he doesn't wrap up effectively to be able to stop the play. So it's just disappointing. If you're a best coach, you're disappointed by that. But anyway, so we end up taking the lead after this. Here, I told best head coach personally that I love this play call, even though it was a killer, but it was perfect with how the game had been going to that point. So watch the back come out in the flats, and then boom, as a slant inside, bad angle by the safety, and he off to the races. Part about this play that I thought was so player was the quarterback right here. This is Kylan Harris Norman, otherwise known as Scooter. He does a great job of eye trickeration on this. Because what you'll see is not only does the back motion out here, but you're going to watch the quarterback, watch his eyes. Watch, he's already looking in the flats. All right. So the defense is influenced there. Then he turns around, hits the slant. So look at it. Everybody's out of position again, but just because of the eye trickeration, boom and boom. Excellent play call, excellent execution by the players. Just all around good play. What you got here is you got a slant from this receiver up here, which I believe this is Rashad Curtis, in the post back here. All right, and then you have this man motioning out, and he's going to come out of here to the flats. All right, so the blocking here is pretty good. So I don't know why a quarterback juice started running, but anyway, so he drops back, goes to his left, and the adjustment here, I don't know if y'all saw that. So right here on the slant, watch the adjustment right here. So he sees him scrambling to his right. He turns back around and is able to come back to the ball and get it. Excellent adjustment, excellent in-air ball skills by Rashad. So like I was saying before, he got good blocking here. So there was really no reason to be running. But it is what it is. Good job, at least especially by Rashad, for coming back, adjusting, and getting the ball. This play here may have changed the game. So what you're going to have is a speed option going to the defensive right. So you got a quarterback going this way, a running back going here. Should be at a 5-yard depth for the pitch. But I think the depth was too deep, and obviously the pitch was wrong, as you can see here. When you run play like this, you better have guys that are trained enough and good enough to be able to execute consistently. But there's always a chance for a turnover. So either way. So as you can see, I want to say that there may have been some kind of mistake about what direction it was going, and so you see Scooter freeze out like that. But he goes down here, and he does the right decision. He does pitch. But as you can see, the ball goes over the running back head, and Quaid picks it up. A long touchdown run. A good job by him, good awareness, and so I think that's what really made the difference in a 27-21 game. So they're on the goal line. Good physical run, but what I want to highlight right here is the blocking here by the center, the guard, and the tackle on this side. So it's an inside zone going, should be cutting straight up here, but the way they block it is perfect to where something opens up right in here. All right, so let me go ahead and take this all off. All right, so let the play run. All right, so good block right here by the guard. The center's going to climb up to our backer, and the tackle's going to go right up here to this backer here. And when you do that, you have a hole right there free. Now, there's a couple stuff that I thought that the defense could have done better. So coming on back, watch this end right here, okay? So he sits and he does what he's supposed to do. He contains and gives them the dive. The only thing, though, is so right here. So, again, you already know it's a dive. So at this point, you need to pursue, squeeze down, and pursue the play. But what he does instead is he allows it to keep going, and he reaches too late, and he's already in the end zone. And I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the running back play here. So this here is Anthony Hill, number 31. I like that he uses his vision and finds the cutback, because even though he's supposed to go here where the center is, you get a pressure up here, so he cuts back inside. Watch this. So pressure right here, so he cuts back this way, all right, and then finds a path to the end zone. Good cut, good balance, good stiff arm to get off the DN. That's the kind of run you want. It's one thing when you have blocking by your side, but what you do by yourself is what makes you separate you. That's a good play by him. What this is I think it's called a QB kick. So what you have is the line is all flowing this way, everybody going this way, all right? And what you have here on the end is you have this H-back right here. He's going to kick out this DN, all right? And then you have this running back is going to be a lead blocker right here, which I think that's what it is. So what he does is meant for him to go this way, but this is just straight power, athleticism, change of direction. I'll just let you go ahead and take a look. So direct snap, good cut, missed tackle here, missed tackle there, bad angle, touchdown. So I want to show y'all this play again in slow motion. So going ahead with the snap. The D tackle penetration, he cuts off of that. That's easy. So now you got the corner right here who drops his head and doesn't tackle the right way. And you got a bad angle by the linebacker. And then you have a missed wrap and roll right here by another corner. And so he ends up in there for the score. So as you can see, it was an exciting, competitive game. Sometimes teams will find ways in the last game of the season to find some kind of momentum, something to play for. And so what you get is your team's best no matter who you are, no matter what your record is. So I have high hopes for both teams. I have a lot of respect and love for both coaches who I know very well. And all I can say is y'all just need to check both of them out because they got a lot coming up the chain, coming up the pipeline, and you're going to be impressed. So y'all watch out for them in the future. So I appreciate y'all for watching the video. So go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. So hopefully we can get this thing monetized at some point. All right, y'all have a good one.